Naruto 643. I really love this chapter. A whole lot of little things in this chapter I really liked. The whole discussion, the spirit yin portion of the Nine Tails with Minato, which is pointing out, hey, all these things are not your fault. But, yet, even though, your son is stuck with him, so you have to help him. So he reminded him of that. And that was pretty cool. I like that. Then there was the whole thing of the second seeing in Naruto what everybody has seen, which is his brother. Okay, this has been mentioned over and over and over. And we all saw how hard the first fought to try to bring peace. And they're just seeing that spirit that even though he probably should quit and give up, intellectually, spiritually, he's just going to keep going. He's going to go as far as he can, to try to save everybody, really. And then the whole thing with I loved it how they went to the other group, Shikamaru, or the main group, Shikamaru and the main group. I like that. I want to see what he comes up with. That's another thing. There's so many different, things, brewing at the same time. You never know which thing's going to produce something to the story. So it's pretty interesting. The whole thing with Madara and Hashirama. Initially, when I read it, he's like, well, let's fight. Look, we're dead anyway, Ritos. Let's fight. Charge at me. And initially, I'm like, well, he's probably given up. Madara's just said to hell with it and let's just fight. But he's too cagey. He's too cagey. He's come too far. I think he's trying. He's seen. He has this goal that's separate to activate something. Either he's given up on it or not. But I think he sees some way to get something from the first. Okay. To use for something else. I think there just feels like there's more there. I wish I could go a little bit first, more there. Speaking of the first, it's pretty cool that he's the one that comes out and says, look, what we have to do in this situation is push that thing that Obito created into the sea. Alright, and of course Obito counters and he does, his huge fire barrier puts everybody inside and it's on the outside. So that was pretty cool. Of course, the question is who's on the outside of the barrier, right? So we have Yamamoto, Anko, and Kabuto. We had the 5 Kages. We have Orochimaru. You see who were in Team Snake. So those are outside of the barrier that could possibly go take care of that, while the father-son Minato Naruto team go ahead and keep Obito busy. And Obito's comment, his whole thing, you're not going to be able to save anyone. I mean, this guy is so freaking evil. It's amazing. Anyway, the other thing was, there's just a lot of fun stuff in here. I have to do a lot of jumping around. Okay, the Nine Tails, the line about it feels weird, begging myself for help. I like how Kishimoto kind of, had fun with that. I thought that was pretty awesome. And then Obito's SmackDown stuff on, he was just trying to crush Naruto. Just trying to just crush his will. And then the whole correlation between Rin and Naruto's mother's death on the same day. So we're like, wow, this is pretty this guy's even more of a psychopath, every chapter we get into with Obito. But it gets to the whole point, and then of course the whole life and death thing. Naruto says, it's also my birthday, so you have the death, the birth thing. But it gets to the point which has been driven home to us, is that when people die, you can keep their memories alive. I don't know the exact wording, by basically perpetuating what they believed in, what they died for. Right? Where Rin died for the village, and here it is, Obito is just completely desecrating her memory by trying to destroy everything, not just the village, everything. So, all those things, back and forth. The whole father-son duo thing is, fan service, but what a way to end a chapter. Kishimoto can end a chapter. I don't know if any other mangakas out there are this good, but my gosh, this guy talk about it. Every cliffhanger thing at the end. It's just amazing how you simply can't wait to get to the next. Almost every time you can't wait to get to the next chapter. It's so awesome. Now, of course, All right, I already mentioned that. Oh, and the whole thing of, well, I actually already mentioned that too about Ren, what she would think. So actually, this is my big question is who outside of the barrier that I've already mentioned do you think is going to take care of this situation? Now, supposedly, I guess, right, the second is going to port a couple of people out of the barrier. I'm assuming Sasuke and you know who else. But anyway, those are my. I've already done my review here. Those are my thoughts. As we all know, the review just gets things started. What do you think? Right? I mean, the last 2 weeks, viewer comment video has been over an hour, so that's been pretty crazy. So, what do you think? What did I leave out? What do you want to talk about? What are the points? That's what this channel's built on. Anybody can be an anime fan. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.